Yo, what is going on, guys? And welcome back to 365 Analytics. And welcome, it is Wednesday, another day, and today we are back to talking some football for the first time in a few weeks. We've been on a little bit of a March Madness heater, but we have some stuff to talk about in the NFL world. It's going to be my first time talking about football since free agency, and I went over some of the moves, but today we're going to talk about some of the big rule changes and regulation changes that NFL owners approved at the annual league meeting yesterday. So if you guys do enjoy, please like, subscribe. That would all be greatly appreciated. We're trying to get those numbers up and hope you guys really enjoy the content. So if you guys gave support, it'd be really appreciated. But none of that right now. Let's get right into it. The first big change was NFL owners now have passed a rule. Both teams will be allowed to possess the ball in overtime in the regular season. The original proposal was for a 15-minute overtime that has now been stayed or amended to 10 minutes. So, as we know, the former, or technically current former, NFL regular season overtime rules were coin toss, one team gets the ball, they go down and score a touchdown, they win the game. Since I believe the 2022 season, the Bills Chiefs rule, the Josh Allen rule, I like to call it, in the playoffs. We saw it once in the Super Bowl between the 49ers and Chiefs. Both teams possess the ball in overtime, and both teams get a chance to score. We saw that in one playoff game, which is the Niners and Chiefs. Now, that is the overtime rules for regular season and playoffs. My opinion, I mean, this is a little bit of a hot take. Not a big fan of this, to be honest with you. I see the arguments for it being a good rule, but I do believe that it totally nerfs your defense and it makes your defense not as important in overtime. I believe that it makes the defense not as important. And I liked the overtime rules and like in the playoffs, I liked the overtime rules. I did. I mean, a lot of people argue that this was a change that was needed, and I don't hate it. I don't hate it, so to speak, but I think it makes your defense a little less important when it comes to that overtime period, but nonetheless, it's a change. A lot of people are going to lobby for it, and I don't hate it at all. Just I'm not in support of it, so to speak. So yeah, overtime rules change. Both teams get the ball now. So yeah, another very big one. NFL owners have now approved proposals to expand the league's replay assist system. This is one step in the right direction for sure. This is a thing that's been needed to happen for a long time. So basically, the replay assist system. They can assist referees from NFL offices in New York. What the replay assist system can do on penalties like the face mask, roughing the passer, like stuff like that. If they believe that a referee wrongfully throws a flag, they replay the play, they review it, they deem that replay assist deems that they don't think there's a flag on the play, they think the ref screwed up. Replay assist can pick up a flag. Referees say there is no foul on the play for face mask, whatever. What replay assist can't do is throw flags that were not called. Last season, we saw a lot of missed face masks, hence the Thursday night game. If you think back to the Rams Vikings Thursday night football game in SoFi Stadium, Sam Darnold in his own end zone, face mask, missed call, Rams win the game. That was a big one people were talking about. So, for instance, replay assist could not throw a flag on that play. That still would not have been called. In my opinion, the NFL needs to get there. The NFL needs to allow replay assist to throw flags on plays that referees did not throw flags on, plays that are so obvious like that. We saw like a face mask in a Bengals. I watch every single Bengals game. We saw a face mask Bengals Ravens that Thursday night football game. We saw plenty of missed calls. But there are calls that need to be made that are flags are not thrown on the field. I think replay assist should be able to do that. Nonetheless, though, this is a very good move. Replay assist system needed to be expanded, and now replay assist can pick up flags. Very good rule change for the NFL. Changes to the NFL's kickoff rules for the second year in a row. NFL kickoff rules was separated into two votes today. One that passed, one that was tabled into their future meetings in May. One, The football now moves to the 35-yard line after a touchback. That has been passed. That is a new rule in the NFL. No vote at this time has been on. Is this time on the onside kick modification that will pick back up at the May meeting in this May. First, what we have to talk about is the football now moves to the 35-yard line after a touchback. This is the one I hate the most. I think that, well, I know that the NFL has implemented this to try to create more kickoff returns. Because as you can see, it was previously at the 30-yard line with the new dynamic kickoff last season. And you would see a lot of kickers just boom out of the back of the end zone, no returns. There was an increase in returns last season with the dynamic kickoff, but now that it's after the 35, the NFL is thinking, with their studying, that you will be seeing a lot of kickers not kick out of the back of the end zone now, a little bit shorter of kicks, and now will be prompted for more returners to take the ball out because the ball now moves to the 35, which is very, very good field position. They think kickers will kick it short instead of kicking out of the back of the end zone because the 35 is very, very far up. You look, for instance, free kick out of bounds. I mean, that penalty, it goes to the 40-yard line. That's only 5 more yards. So if you kick the ball out of bounds at the 40, it touchbacks to 35 now. My guess is we see a all-time low in touchbacks next season because it's at the 35. So I'm not a fan of this. I think that we might see more returns. I don't know exactly how it'll look. The kicks will probably be shorter, but that'll be interesting to see. As for the onside kick modification, as of last season, you can only declare an onside kick in the fourth quarter, and you can only do it when you're trailing in the fourth quarter. They're going to look at that more in May, so that will be tabled for a future meeting. So, yeah, touchback, now move to the 35. A big, big storyline across NFL league owner meetings. The NFL owners have tabled the tush push conversation, no decision about its future at this league meeting. They have tabled the tush push debate to May. So we'll see if it gets banned in May, and we'll see how it ends up. Obviously, everybody knows the Philadelphia Eagles, defending Super Bowl champions, their famous play. Jalen Hurts under center, Saquon Barkley, and someone like Jack Stoll behind him, pushing him into the end zone for a quarterback sneak type play. It was originally the Packers' proposal, the Green Bay Packers' proposal to ban the tush push. They do not like the play. That has since got some support. Specifically, Raheem Morris, Atlanta Falcons head coach, has came out and said he will ban or he will vote for banning the tush push. Sean McDermott, Buffalo Bills head coach, has said he will be for banning the tush push. We have also seen some people like Kellen Moore, Saints head coach, Shane Steichen, Indianapolis Colts head coach. Um, you have seen guys say that they are for keeping the tush push. A lot of people are using the argument that it is a dangerous play for players and that there is evidence towards it being a more it's for player safety that they want to ban it. I don't buy that conversation at all. I don't buy that. I just don't buy that. I think that they want it banned because the Super Bowl champions did it well and no one can stop it. So in my opinion, I do not think they should ban it. I think that it is a totally fair play. I think that if you're going to ban the tush push, you have to ban totally like pulling or pushing players into the end zone altogether. What I do think could happen, though, one thing I do think that should be added is a change in eligible defensive formations to think of more ways to stop that play. I think that will definitely be talked about at the May meeting, and I think that there will be a lot of persuading and swaying of opinions over the next month or so by the Green Bay Packers and trying to persuade people for their opinion on the tush push. Right now, it seems like a very close vote. I think it'll be about split, but obviously this one's being pushed till May. We'll see what happens. I hope the tush push stays. I think it is a totally fair football play, and I am for keeping the tush push. Officially official. The chain game is no more. Well, technically, it is still going to be the chain game's still going to be used as a secondary option on the field, but The NFL, it is the year of 2025 now, and it's finally happened. The NFL has finally changed to the new Hawkeye measuring technology for measuring first downs and yardage gains. I mean, this is long overdue. I'm a big fan of this, obviously. I think everybody should be. We're in an era now of AI, the internet, and all the technology we have. This is long overdue. This should have happened 10 years ago at this point. ESPN said the method for measuring first downs in the NFL switched from chain games to camera-based technology in 2025. The league announced the traditional chain crew will remain on the sidelines in a secondary capacity. So we aren't fully losing the chain game crew just yet. Everybody, the chain game is still going to be on the sidelines for secondary capacity, but we will have Hawkeye tracking technology, and it should make measuring first downs much easier, much more accurate, and just an overall good change. Long overdue. The NFL finally did it. And the final rule change I'm going to be going over today is a Steelers proposal regarding contact with free agents during the negotiating window, passed with some modification on a 1 year trial basis. This is a 1 year trial kind of thing. The Steelers proposal, clubs can now have one video or phone call with no more than five prospective unrestricted free agents and to book travel upon agreeing to terms. Basically, the Steelers proposed this where during the legal tampering period, Monday, the free agency opening Monday through Wednesday before the new league year starts, that Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday before the new league year starts, teams can now have a video or phone call after agreeing to terms with the agents. Previously, teams can only negotiate with the players' agents and then they agree to a deal at that point. But now, teams can talk to the players on a video or phone call and they can talk to the player about travel after the new league year and how they're going to get to the facility and sign the contract and all of that. So now the teams can have official contact with the player on a video or phone call, just not in person. So this is like a 1 year trial basis thing. Basically adds more contact and clarity with the player during the legal tampering period. So yeah, good change overall. I think it'll be interesting to see how this one progresses over the years. But for now, it's a 1 year trial basis. And yeah, pretty much that's it. That's all the big rule changes today at the NFL owners meeting that happened today as I'm recording this. This video will go up tomorrow, but it is Tuesday as I'm recording this. Wednesday, this will go up tomorrow. But yeah, I mean, obviously, we're going to have more to talk about in May. We have the NFL draft coming up. We have schedule release early May. I think the owners meet after that and they'll discuss the tush push. They'll discuss the onside kick. They'll discuss a lot of things. So we're probably going to have another video on that when all that stuff gets discussed, especially the tush push. I'm really interested to see where they go with that. But if you guys did enjoy, please like, subscribe. That would all be greatly appreciated. And I will see y'all next time.